One Piece fans, what is good? The answer to that question, of course, is One Piece. One Piece is what's good. And today we have a different type of video. It's a CBR article, One Piece, 10 things about Yonko that make no sense. Now, CBR and Screen Rant and Watch Mojo and the like have kind of a history of sometimes being creditless when it comes to anime things. And this list kind of intrigued me, so I decided to look over it and see if I can debunk anything in the list. So, let's just get to it. This is going to be interesting. So it just kind of introduces the Yonko and is going to tell us, supposedly, 10 things about them that make no sense. Being pirates. So, it's saying pirates are infamously lawless adventurers who tour the seas to capture ships and raid islands. In many cases, pirates are small groups of swashbucklers who fight and struggle to make ends meet. And that's why it's kind of weird that the Yonko still call themselves pirates. They are 4 individuals who literally rule over different parts of the world and are emperors. They have vast riches, political power, and armies at their disposal. While they can still be criminals, it's a little weird to still call them pirates, given that their operations have become much larger and more complex than just raiding cruise ships. Now, I feel like this is kind of an issue of sticking to your roots. Like, for one thing, even if they are that big, they still raid cruise ships, okay? Like, maybe not Shanks, but like Big Mom, she's still raiding islands, she's still raiding cruise ships, she's still pirating people. And so is Kaido, even though, I guess Kaido is in Wano country right now, he's kind of on hiatus, and then like Blackbeard definitely is still doing that. Of course, we don't know much about Shanks, I don't think he would be doing that, but even so, One Piece is not the real world. The concept of pirate is a little bit different. It's like being outside of the world government, being against the world government, and like having your own ship and crew and all that. Even though some people are pirates, like they describe, such as Blackbeard, like that isn't quite valid. Like, this isn't the real world. Rules are a little bit different, for one thing, and two, they still pirate, even if they are big. Like, Big Mom is called the Queen of Tartarland. She's not just a pirate. Like, she knows she's a queen, but she's also a pirate. She does pirate stuff. She pirates people. So I get what they're trying to say here, but like, I don't necessarily agree with that. 9 is their sizes. So basically it's saying that the One Piece world is filled with a strange variety of body types and sizes. And the Yonko are too big because they are supposed to be humans. And they're big. I don't get this. Like, One Piece is not the real world. So what are they talking about? Like, why are you trying to hold a fictional story that has devil fruits and hockey to normal standards? Like, what? I honestly don't get this. What do their sizes have to do with anything? How does that not make sense? It's a fictional story. Devil fruits don't make sense. Like, what? I don't understand that. That's completely irrelevant. Why is that in this list? Number 8 is Whole Cake Island. So it's saying Big Mom's entire motive is she enjoys eating, and she's taken several measures to define this within her edible kingdom. And it's really fantastical to see, but it's really not the best design for a functioning kingdom. Basically, it's saying that it's made out of food, so it's easily destroyed, so why don't the other Yonkos go after her? Why doesn't anybody destroy her kingdom? See, like, for one thing, if you look on the inside of Whole Cake Chateau, like, that stuff has rock inside. That's not just food. A lot of the buildings are food on the outside, but like on the inside, they actually do have defenses. And even beyond that, this is the Big Mom pirates we're talking about. The Big Mom pirates. Nobody's just gonna pull up on them and start firing on them. And we've seen cannonballs go at some buildings, I believe, if I remember correctly. Like, the Whole Cake Island buildings are sturdier than they look. So I guess that does not make sense. But, again, fictional story. And also, we have seen a lot of the buildings have like actual material inside them, and plus this is Big Mom's kingdom. Nobody's gonna pull up on her and destroy it because she has quote unquote weaker defenses. Or like, this is saying it's not the best design for a functioning kingdom because cannonballs and whatnot can go straight through it. Now, on a real life standpoint, yes, but again, fictional story. If you say that that doesn't make sense because it's not logical, then yes, I guess that kind of doesn't make sense. But you know, I already said everything I had to say on that subject. Number 7 is Kaido wanting to kill himself. So it's saying Kaido, he's found himself unable to die. He wants to kill himself. He's survived countless battles and death traps, and he's trying to kill himself in different ways. But it's saying he's a devil fruit eater, so why didn't he just go into the ocean? Okay, first of all, Kaido is not a confirmed devil fruit eater, so stop saying he is. Like, Kaido is not a confirmed devil fruit eater. He most likely is, but that is not outright said. People are just jumping the gun and assuming that. 2, it could be a situation like Jack, where he sits in the bottom of the ocean, but none of the elements or animals in the ocean can kill him, and if he's somehow able to breathe underwater, okay then. He can only not swim if he's a devil fruit eater, not survive in water. Like, no sea king or fish or kraken is going to kill him underwater, and he's not going to drown, so he'll just be sitting there. And 2, this article was posted yesterday, so I don't know if they failed to read the latest One Piece chapters, but Kaido clearly wants to have a glorious death like Odin and Whitebeard. Or maybe not clearly, but that's heavily indicated. You can see that now, like, it's starting to come together why he wants to die. He wants a glorious death that will change the world and impact the earth. And that's not gonna help him with his goals, you know what I mean? So, that doesn't quite make sense, and as I said, you can't, like, I don't think he can kill himself, because it's saying the entire ocean should be dangerous to him, or he could surrender himself to one of his many enemies instead. Now, that is kind of true, but they're not considering all the factors of a pirate. Like, you do not just surrender yourself. Like, Kaido wants to die, but he has momentous pride. We have seen that. They're just focusing on one facet of Kaido's being and ignoring everything else. There are other factors that play into this, so that is not making any sense. If he was depressed and wanted to die, yes, and he does seem a little bit depressed sometimes, but he does have his pirate pride. It's not like he's like, somebody kill me. Let me just surrender myself to my worst enemy and let them kill me. And they probably could kill him, but of course we're not completely sure on the fact, like, who can kill him or whatnot. So that's just a little weird, you know what I mean? That doesn't, what they're saying is like obvious answers. So 6 is Shanks being trusted by the world government. It's saying that obviously we have seen the world government trust Shanks and they like him and they kind of seem to be working with him. And so why is he considered a pirate or an aggressive criminal or not considered an ally? And this is a plot hole. No, this isn't top 10 unanswered One Piece questions. This is top 10 things about the Yonko that make no sense. Like, that's an unanswered question in the story. We don't know. It could be Shanks is a secret ally of the world government or something. That is definitely a possibility, but this isn't a plot hole. This is an unanswered question. What are they talking about? That doesn't make no sense. That obviously has an answer. There's so many answers you could come up for with that. Like, what? This list is just like, what? Like, I don't get that. That doesn't even make any sense. Why is this on the list? Why? That's not a plot hole. That's an unanswered question. So 5 is wanting to be Pirate King. So it's saying, as stated earlier, it's weird that Yonko still refers to themselves as pirates, despite being entire rulers that can rival an entire governing institution that mandates most kingdoms. With that said, why do people still want to be the Pirate King? As far as the story has portrayed it, the One Piece is still just a vague treasure to most people without any guaranteed power or promise to it. If the idea is to have power, freedom, and riches, it kinda seems like a bunch of these people already have it. Shanks just parties all the time, Big Mom has an entire kingdom made of food, and Kaido is the leader of what very well may be the strongest army in the world. Other than that, getting a massive ego boost, do these people really need to be Pirate King? Okay, so first, massive ego boost is spelled massive ego beast. Oh, I guess that could... Oh, never mind, I guess that is valid, but... See, this is what annoys me about these articles. Do they not understand about One Piece? Like, first of all, Kaido, that's not confirmed. He has the strongest army in the world. Just putting that out there. But 2, it's like the accomplishment. It's saying the One Piece doesn't have any power or promise to it. No, it has so much. To get the One Piece is to be the top, to be above all your rivals, to be the ultimate being in the world of One Piece. It is to have all the clout, to have all the respect, to be the one who did something nobody else on the earth could do. What do they mean? A vague idea without any guaranteed power or promise to it. Are they dumb? No, I don't want to be mean. That's like mean. That's a little mean. But that just shows you're not understanding One Piece. Like, what? As they are now, they are not above each other. Like, they all have all this stuff, but Big Mom is not above the other Yonkos. Kaido's not above the other Yonkos. Like, they're all the same right now. Like, to get the One Piece is to be above the Yonkos, equal to Roger, like, above all the other greats. Undeniably above them. To be even above the world government. Not even in power, but just in respect. And, like, to get the One Piece is to be like, I did it. The massive ego boost they're talking about is mistermed. Like, it's said the wrong way. And that is everything. See, like this list. 4 is not attacking the world government. So, basically, it's saying Whitebeard waged war against the Marines, and he did pretty good. And the Whitebeard pirates were able to really give the Marines and 7 warlords a good run for the money, as they wiped out many of their forces. And it's saying the commanders were capable of handling warlords and admirals. So it's saying, seeing as things could have gone either way using all the Marines' forces, it kind of seems easy at this point for any of the other Yonko to sneak attack Marineford and just win. See, this is blatant ignorance. First off, none of the commanders can handle an admiral. Well, maybe possibly Marco, but the admirals barely did anything in that war. Like, okay, Akainu was washing Jozu. Akainu was washing Ace. He did wash Ace. Like, maybe not washing. Like, some of the commanders could put up a good fight for probably about, like, 5 minutes if Akainu was going all out. Maybe even 10 minutes if both parties were going all out. But, like, what? And it's saying this was equal. No. Marineford, the whole entire time, the Marines had the upper hand, low-key. The Whitebeard pirates, their goal was to get Ace and get out of there. They could not win an extended war with the Marines. Like, they were in one, but it's not like they could fight and wipe out all the Marines' forces. No. They needed to get Ace and run off. Like, the Whitebeard pirates were not beating the 3 admirals, Sengoku, Garp, all the vice admirals, all the dudes that was there. They were not beating them. They were trying to penetrate them, get Ace, and pull out. That was their goal. They were not trying to destroy the Marines. What do you mean it could have gone either way? It was only going to end one way. The Marines winning. If the goal was to destroy each other, the Marines were gonna win. The only way the Whitebeard pirates were going to quote-unquote win was taking Ace and leaving. Like, that's obvious. What are they talking about? What are they talking about? The Whitebeard pirates were not going to win that war. This is just not logical. So number 3 is not teaming up? Oh, please. Basically, it's saying the world government fears the day the Yonkos would team up and wreak havoc on the world or just rush their kingdoms. So it's like, in response, they formed the 7 warlords as a major deterrent to that attack. This begs the question, why haven't they teamed up before? The world government seems pretty open that one thing they feared was 2 Yonkos attacking at once. So, what? The Yonkos do not like each other. They are rivals. You do not just team up with your rival to wipe out the world. Like, these guys, they care about the world government, but at the same time, they don't. Like, they do, but they don't. Like, all of them have their own agendas, but it's not like they need to actively destroy the world government at this moment. Like, now that Kaido wants to do that, or fight the world government, he teams up with Big Mom, but before that, they didn't need to. And plus, they are rivals. They do not like each other. You don't team up with your enemy just because. You need a reason. You need an active plan to be doing that. Like, this doesn't even make any sense. That's like saying, why haven't... I don't know, why haven't... Let me think for a second. That's like saying, why didn't Frieza and Cell team up? Why didn't Cell get the... No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. But that doesn't make sense. Like, you can't just say, why haven't 2 enemies teamed up to defeat a common enemy when they didn't need to do that? When they started to need to, they did it. That doesn't not make any sense. Why does it not make sense to not team up with the person you do not like? The person you are enemies with. Okay, so number 2. Not being able to find the One Piece. So it's saying the One Piece and Laugh Tale have remained elusive for over 20 years in the One Piece world. And it wasn't until recently fans learned that one would need the 4 road-pointed list to be able to decipher Laugh Tale's location. However, given the Yonko control huge sections of the New World are presumably strong enough to handle its dangerous waters, and a couple of them have road-pointed glyphs on their own, why haven't they been able to just use the process of elimination to find Laugh Tale? See, this is just ignorant. This is just ignorant. Like, why? We know nothing about Laugh Tale. Obviously, there's a reason you can't use process of elimination. Laugh Tale could be anywhere. The assumptions are palpable. It's palpable what these people are assuming. There's obviously a reason they can't find it. That doesn't not make any sense. That's, again, an unanswered question. Like, just like a lot of these, that's an unanswered question. That's not... That doesn't not make sense. We know nothing about Laugh Tale. There's a reason you can't just use process of elimination. Like, surely I'm not the only one seeing the ludicrousness of some of the things these people are saying. And number one is their bounties. Bounties don't... Basically, it's saying they're so powerful that there are no bounty hunters who can go after them. So why are the Yonkos given bounties? Why do they have massive bounties? And it's saying sorry, I'm just tripping over my words. I'm so confused. What fresh heroes are they expecting to tantalize? What fresh heroes are they expecting to tantalize to take down what are essentially gods and dictators? 1, the Yonkos are not gods. 2, partially it's for the fans, to give the fans indicators of strength and hype fans up. And also, in the world of One Piece, bounties are kind of used to indicate to people how strong somebody is. Like if Shanks has a 100 million belly bounty, or a 50 million belly bounty, some dumb bounty hunters are going to go after him because they're going to be like, he only has 50 million bellies, and they're going to get, like, killed or something. Like, it is for the people of One Piece to know how strong somebody is and how dangerous somebody is. That's so obvious. Not to mention for the fans of the series, who the bounties are used to hype up and indicate strength. Bounties are used as a warning system in One Piece. That's, like, so clear. Wow. This list, like, the only credible ones, slightly credible anyway, were 8 and 10, and even then those weren't these companies should stay away from anime, in my opinion. But yeah, that's it for this video. Tell me if you think I overreacted to their lists. Tell me if what I was finding so ludicrous wasn't as ludicrous as I said. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content and know if you enjoy my content, like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more One Piece content. Like, my mouth feels thick right now, and I'm like tripping over my words. I don't know why, but my bad. I'm gonna see you in the next one.